You are also in the R Advance?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also in that course as well. I'm following you in, all the programs right now.
Yes. I remember by your name by heart. As I see your name, I can remember you. Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Now I'll go to Madam VZ. How are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fine,
How's the
sir. Thank you.
Srinivasan sir? Is he in this course?
He will be coming for the advanced.
Yes. I
He
saw him
actually
in
attended.
advanced course on Monday.
Yeah, he attended this same course in the previous run.
Yes.
I was also there, but I could not attend few classes, so that's the reason I am again here. I am also in advanced.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Both of us are together joining with you in all the courses.
Yes. We love it. We love it. We love it. That
Okay,
I mean that's a beauty, that you are learning, and then that whatever knowledge you can gain from here, we are happy to that give, and obviously you are sincere about it. That's very important.
Thank you,
So
sir.
just tell us about little bit background of yours, because others can get inspired.
I actually did my master's in electronics engineering and then MBA in operation research, but then I am into teaching line for the past 30 years. And I am right now in Singapore working for local poly here. But because nowadays students are coming up with all creative projects and other things, I was feeling that I need to equip myself with the latest data science and statistics. All this statistics, whatever I learned long before, I had lost touch. So that is why I am, in fact, refreshing my knowledge from what I have learned.
Awesome. So we look
Yes,
forward.
again being a student after so long year, again I am being a student.
Yes.
Trying to be sincere.
Yes.
Now listening to sir's class, it is giving us more confidence that and it is also a driving force that we need to be sincere. He is so sincere. If he is so sincere, at least we should at least follow a little bit of what he is doing. So we have to be sincere for his classes.
Very much true, ma'am. Very much true. See, one thing for sure, that to become a good teacher, you have to be a good student. So
Yes, sir. Yes.
we have to learn every day. We have to learn
sir.
every day to teach, that.
Yes.
Even Dr. Praveen follow the same rules. So he always refresh himself before coming to the session. It's not that he knows, and that's a beauty about it.
The challenge is only that time. So after class, we sit for another at least 1 hour to go through what he has taken. So something like that, at least the notes.
Correct, ma'am. Correct. All right. Now we'll go to whom? Rajaram sir, how are you? You are muted, sir. I think you have to unmute your microphone. Yeah.
Fine.
Just little bit brief about you, sir, so it can inspire us.
So I am PhD in population studies from International Institute for Population Science, Mumbai. I worked in Population Foundation of India, New Delhi, and then I moved to Population Research Center, Dharwad. There I worked for around 10 years. Then I am now in Karnataka Health Promotion Trust for the past 13 years.
Right.
So I work for data analysis and statistical application. All these things I will do. So I just wanted to, earlier also I told I wanted to learn R for the past 10 years, but I could not learn. So when I saw this thing, then I joined that. Actually, I have taken already basic, but I have some doubt. That is why I again joined.
Right. You have done the R and R advanced. I remember you very well, sir. Yes. And then that's good that you joined back again, sir. Welcome. And we have R Advanced 3 today also at 7:15. I look forward for the same link will work, sir. Same link will work.
Yesterday I tried, I was able to connect. That is, because I forgot first day. Then.
Okay. It's a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, sir. It's not
For
like
this,
last time.
for
It's a
this
Monday.
course, I am telling about this
6
5
days
o'clock
is,
course.
yeah, 5 o'clock. It will be every day, Monday to Saturday, 5 o'clock. All right, sir. Parmar, sir, you there? Hello. Am I audible?
Just a moment. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. I think I have taken your 10 minutes.
No problem, sir.
Now you
No
have
problem.
challenged to sum up your program quickly. 7 o'clock,
No.
we have another program to start.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
over to you, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Let's start our session with we have left it yesterday, and I share my screen with you. And am I audible to you all? Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So let's we start. Yesterday we have seen that about the interquartile range. Up to interquartile range we have finished. This screen, whiteboard is now in your window. And
Yes, sir.
let's we start with, we have seen the interquartile range. And we have, just I take my some favorite colors from this palette. One more bus. Okay, it's sufficient now. So yesterday we have studied about the IQR, and IQR we know that Q3 minus Q1. Okay, and if we see the coefficient of IQR, which is Q3 minus Q1 over Q3 plus Q1. Okay, there is one more, if we see, we have seen yesterday about the range and the coefficient of range. Then we have seen here third, our IQR, and fourth coefficient of IQR. Now we see the fifth, which is semi-interquartile range. IQR is the interquartile range, and semi-interquartile range I will explain you. It is also known as quartile deviation. And the formula of this is Q3 minus Q1 over 2. Okay. And if we see the coefficient of this, semi-interquartile range, that is same of the interquartile range. Why it is? Because Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2 and Q3 plus Q1 divided by 2. And that 2 and 2 will eliminate to each other. And we will get this. So it is our semi-interquartile range. If the data is too much, the kurtosis of data is greater than 3, then we use this Q3 minus Q1 over 2. Okay. So this is the very depth thing. We will understand later because this is not required at present when we use this semi-interquartile range instead of interquartile range. So it would be somewhere in the advance. I will explain with some examples. Now this we have seen as per our data points what we have. As I explained you again, yesterday we have seen that this is our minimum, this is our maximum, and this point is our median, and this is our third quartile, and this is our first quartile. So interquartile ranges, we have seen that it was like this. The data, 50% data we are taking. But in semi-interquartile range, what we are using the 50% of data also. So it is the 25% data we are using. Okay. So it is the semi-interquartile range. It is from here to here. Now let us see, this was all about the maximum and minimum. We were talking about the spreadness here. You see, in all these measurement range, interquartile range, semi-interquartile range, and its coefficients, we're talking about the spreadness. We have studied about the spreadness there. Now we talk about the scatterness. Okay. Scatterness. So how we measure the scatterness? Okay. So I hypothetically draw one data set of the data points. Visualize some data points here. Look at here. These are our data points. Okay. These data points are x1 here, x2 here, x3 here, x4, x5, and up to xn we have. Here xn minus 1. And in this way, we have all data points. N data points we have. And we have somewhere our central tendency. It is the x bar mean. Somewhere is median. And somewhere is mode. Okay. So we have to measure the scatterness. Okay. So as for measuring the spreadness, we have various techniques, various measurements like range, interquartile range, semi-interquartile range. It was all about the spreadness, not about the scatterness. Scatterness is within. Yeah. So within the data items, whatever the items of the data points. So how do you measure the scatterness? So the easy way, we could measure the scatterness through the central tendencies. Through the central tendencies. We could measure through this of each data point. So what we will do, we will take the deviation of each data point from the central tendencies like mean, mode, median. So We could take either from the mean, we could take either or from the median or Z. Z means the mode. So first we are taking one example. We are taking the deviation from mean. Okay. So we see for taking the deviation from mean, we find out the distance between mean and x1, sorry. So it is the distance. It is our distance. Similarly, we get the distance from here to here. We get the distance from here to here. Okay. Then we get the distance from here to here. Every point we get the distance of deviation from each point. Okay. In this way for every point. In this way, we get the distance from each point. So how many distances we get here? Number of distances. N distances we will get. L deviations. Because we have N data points. And what we do, we get the deviations from each data points through the mean. So we could write xi minus x bar. And you know that the distance is always positive. If I go from Mumbai to Kolkata, the distance would be same from Kolkata to Mumbai. It may not be the Mumbai to Calcutta it is positive and the Calcutta to Mumbai it is negative. So for taking the positive value, we are using modulus, absolute value of this. Negative we are converting in positive. Okay. And we get the summation of this from I equal to 1 up to n. And we divide it by n. Okay. And this is called the mean of deviation. We have that these are the deviations and we are dividing the deviations with total number of deviations. It is the mean of deviations. It is called the mean deviation. But this mean deviation has been taken, the deviation taken from mean. That deviation is taken from which central tendency? So this deviation is taken from mean. So we could write that delta x bar, which is the mean deviation through mean. We could also find out the mean deviation through median similarly. You could find out through this also from this central tendency. Similar. Okay. In this way, we could also find out the deviation from median also. So at that condition, we will get here xi minus median. We get the deviation from median and take the absolute values of all. And then we get the summation and divide by n. So it is also mean deviation, but mean deviation through median. Okay, so this is the another mean deviation. Or we could also take it from mode. So when you take from mode, mode is here. So we could take in this way. This deviation through this central tendency. Similarly, we'll get for the each point. I have just not drawn all. Okay. So now what you will get? You get this formula in this way. Xi minus z, getting the absolute value, summation I is equal to 1 over n divided by n and delta z. Got it? So these are all mean absolute deviation. Mean absolute deviation. Okay. It is also, we write in the general, MAD is small. And whenever we, because MAD made mean absolute deviation, or when you mention the mean absolute deviation, suppose you are mentioning it is the 61 of some data. If I write this thing, can you guess from which central tendency I have taken this? Through which central tendency I have got this deviation? If I write only made 61, can someone guess it? Nobody can guess it. Okay, nobody can guess it. Right, Nikita? So that is the thing. There were some demerits, and there were basically three negative points here in the mean absolute deviation, we could say. The first was the first point. It is not fixed. It is not fixed from which central tendency to be used. No, it is not fixed. From which central tendency we have to use. There are three central tendency. We could find out the deviation from mean, mode, median, all. So there is no fixed central tendency by which we could find out, measure the mean absolute deviation. It was the first drawback. Second, to convert negative into positive, with modulus is not applicable in algebra. And algebraically it is wrong. You are converting negative into positive using the formula modulus. This was the second objection from the mathematician. First was there is no fixed central tendency by which we could get the deviation of the data points. Second, we are converting negative into positive. It is okay in arithmetically, it is okay, but algebraically it is not viable. And the third and the most important point, it is one direction. What does it mean? You know that if we use some you know that okay, I'll show you. deviation is not one directional thing. Deviation is basically the two dimensional. It may be both sides. You see, this is a pendulum. It will go to both sides and measure the approximate same distance, cover the same distance. Okay. But here in this case, we are getting all the values are positive. Neither we are getting negative values, because we are converting the negative into positive, and then we are getting the summation of this, and the n is always positive number of data points, and you will get the response in positive. Suppose you have the marks of different section of a particular class. This is A section. This is the B section of the mathematics or the any other subject we could assume, or it is our C section. And these are the average marks, mean marks. This is the mean marks. Suppose it is our 45, this is our 60, and these were our 30. And there is a deviation of, in A section, there is a deviation of whatever some points, suppose the 7 marks deviation. Here the deviation is 11 marks. So it is only one direction, positive direction. It is not on the downward side. It's also in the both direction, the +7 and -7, 45 + 7, 45 - 7, average deviation. With the average deviation, how the average deviate the data through the central tendency. Okay. So it is one directional. So all three these drawbacks were there. So later on, this has been decided that we should make some standard deviation. So they have developed or one standard deviation and give the name standard. They thought there should be some standard things in that. What is the standard deviation? You know that it is, we mostly use the standard deviation. And the first thing, which was about the central tendency. So here it was standardized, only mean will be taken as a central tendency, not median and mode. It has been fixed. Second thing about the converting negative to positive. So there is one way more. If you have -2, you make the square, you will get the +4. Any negative number, if you make a square of it, you will get the +1. So they have taken the square of deviation. Square of deviation instead of modulus value. Okay. Third thing, and they got the mean of square of deviation, then they square root it, and finally square root it. So whenever you will get the square root, you will get negative and positive both signs in the square root. So it is in the both direction, bidirectional. Okay, clear. So all the three drawbacks have been removed in the standard deviation. So how they have measured it, I will explain you. It is similar, xi minus x bar. No? Instead of modulus, they are getting the square of this. And they are getting then summation of it. And then they are dividing by n. So they are getting the mean of square of deviation. Mean of square of deviations. And because it is a mean of square of deviation, so they want to square root it finally, and then get standard deviation. And whenever you get this square root symbol, you will get negative and positive both. So now it is bidirectional, so it will here also. Got it? So all three drawbacks have been removed through this. Okay, so it is the standard deviation. Now, what about this? So whenever you get made now, somewhere is written, always it has been taken through median now. And with this MAT, they write IQR. Because with mean we require standard deviation, and with median, with this, MED. With this MED, we require mean absolute deviation with median, IQR or median also, MED also we could use. So median, it has been taken through the median. So whenever you get median, you will get IQR, it is for the spreadness, or if you want the scatterness, then I will tell you. You are writing somewhere referencing median of your data or your variable, and along with median you have to write down the dispersion also. So we have two dispersion measure. One is spreadness, one is scatterness. So when you are talking about the spreadness, then you will write IQR. When you are in the perspective of scatterness, you will write MED. Is it clear? The difference between IQR and MED. Okay, there are two types of measurement in the dispersion. I again explain you. In the dispersion, we have two things. One is spreadness, and second is scatterness. Yeah, correct, Nikita. So spreadness, the measurement of spreadness, we have one is range. We have interquartile range. We have semi-interquartile range, or we could say the quartile deviation. Okay, these are. For scatterness, we have mean absolute deviation. We have our standard deviation, and we have variance also, the variability if we want more about the variance. Variance is nothing, it's the square of this standard deviation. Spreadness shows the between 2 points. It is the spreadness. And the scatterness is within the point, within the data, within the points, what are the scatterness is there. So we are getting the average scatterness through the central tendency. Average scatterness, we could say the scatterness is a type, and we are measuring it as a average of that. Okay. So this is through the I would like to say, it is through the central tendency. So it is from the data point. We are getting this deviation through the data, from the data point of each from the central tendency of each data point, and we are then we are getting the average of it. So it is a scatterness. How scatter is your data? It shows. It does not say what is the spreadness of your data. The spreadness of your data can be calculated through the range or the interquartile range or the quartile deviation. Understand? Is there any doubt? Now because these things you won't get in. Okay. Now we see the variance. Variance is the square of standard deviation. Okay. Now we talk about the coefficient of standard deviation and coefficient of variance. Coefficient of standard deviation is sigma over x bar. And the coefficient of variance is again sigma over x bar. There is no sigma square, but multiplied by 100. Okay. So it is the coefficient of variance, this is the coefficient of standard deviation. This is the difference between both. Whenever we have to find out the consistency of a variable of a data, talk about the consistency, or talk about the stability, both are the same thing. Stability and consistency are synonymous. And variability is the antonyms of this. So for measuring the consistency and the stability, numerically if you have to measure and you have to interpret it, then you use the coefficient of variance. The coefficient of variance is lower, the data is more consistent. And the coefficient of variance is higher, then the data is less consistent and more variable, having the more variability. Understand this? So this was all about our fourth part. Now the fifth and the last, what I would like to explain you in very short, then we start our, and it is the correlation. Up to now, we were talking about univariate, single variable. We were talking about the mean. Mean is mean of the variable of a single variable. We get the mean. The standard deviation of a independent, and that is for the univariate. And these all things, dispersion and the whatever the central tendency. It was all about the univariate analysis. Correlation is for bivariate. Okay, you could correlate two things. Okay, and there are so many methods. I will not go into deep for this. I will just show you what is the negative, positive, and no correlation conditions. So suppose we have two variables x and y, and we plot these variables in this graph, and we get in this way. This is our x and this is our y axis, this is our origin. I draw one line. You say this part, this all points are on the, if I tell you about this, if x is increasing, y is also increasing here. If the value of x is increasing on the right side, the height is also increasing also. So it is a positive, we could say positive correlation. Okay. Suppose if these all points lie on a single line, this is not here scattered, they are on this line, then it is called perfect positive correlation. What is it called? Perfect positive. Similarly, if we talk about the data points are in this way, so it is negative correlation. And if this all points lie on the same line, like this, so it is called perfect negative correlation. Okay, perfect negative correlation. If you get the points in this way, there is no trend you are getting, so it is no correlation. Correlation always lies between -1 to 1. -1 for perfect negative for this one, +1 for perfect positive, and 0 is for no correlation. And I will explain you the other interpretation of this. Yeah. This is our -1, or this is our 1, and this is the 0 correlation, and this is our 0.25 positive, 0.75 positive, and it is 0.25 negative, or it is our 0.75 negative. It is no correlation. It is the perfect positive, perfect positive. It is perfect negative. This one between 0 and 0.25, if you get the value of correlation between 0 and 0.25, then it is low degree positive correlation. What it is called? Low degree positive correlation. If it is lie between 0.25 and 0.75, it is moderately positive correlation. Moderately positive correlation. If it is lie between 0.75 and 1, then it is high degree positive correlation. What it? We could interpret in this way. Similarly, on the negative side, it is the low degree negative. It is moderately negative. It is high degree negative. Okay. Correlation is the other thing, and the covariance is the other thing. So I will explain the covariance, but not now, because just a moment. Who was asking that? Sakshi. I will tell you about the covariance, but in my advanced where we study about the principal component analysis. So there you could easily understand the covariance concept. Okay. In the regression, I could also explain you. In the regression and PCA, where we have some practical involvement of this. So then you could easily understand the covariance. You know? So it is not a, it is a part of that variance as we have studied the x minus x bar, y minus y bar, we multiply it and then we divide it by n minus 1, and that way we get the covariance. And I will explain you the things why, what is the that thing particularly. PC is in an advanced course, because in advanced course we see the dimension reduction. It is a technique of dimension. We have to reduce the dimension, the variable, if we have too many variables, so we convert them in reduce this dimension in some limited number of PCA, principal component. So there is a various techniques, eigenvectors, eigenvalues, right, Aishwarya. eigenvector, eigenvalues, I will tell you all about the concept of this, because we make the covariance matrix for these eigenvalue. Okay, so there I could explain it better. Okay, that eigenvalues we get through the covariance matrix then. Okay, so I will explain each and everything, Nikita. But in the advanced course, we will see these all, because of lots of statistics are involved here. Okay. So it is all about what we want to take in this session, theoretical. But we start the practical one. Are you getting my screen now? These are okay. Okay, so we start with this, the practical approach to R. I think you all have downloaded or installed the R. Yeah. How many of you have installed it? Can you write on the chat box? Okay. So I think most of you already installed it. So no problem. We could start with this. Okay. So it is now we are starting the. Okay. I could tell you Shivani asking about the increase the font size. Okay. So I show you how to increase the font size. Just keep the cursor on in your script or console, anywhere you could write, keep your cursor. Then Control Shift plus, Control Shift plus. And then you have to reduce Control minus. For increasing, Control Shift plus. Or I will tell you some more thing about it. You could also set your font and the type of font, everything. Go here from tools. We go here and I will tell you each and everything. Just a moment. Okay. Look at here. The tools is here in the main menu, and here you will click on the global option. Okay. And here you will get the appearance. Click here. Here you could choose the font size. If you just want to use you don't want to increase the whole your zoom your windows, then you could use the font size from here. I could choose here 12.
Sir,
So we can't
I'm
see.
not able to see the screen. I'm only seeing
Okay,
all camera.
Okay, I just now I think visible.
Yes, sir. Now it's visible. Thank
Okay,
you.
so I again explain you. There is a tools on the main menu. Are you getting this tools button? Okay.
Yes,
Click
sir.
on this, and there is a global option in the end. Okay. And here you see the appearance. Got it? Appearance. There is a code, general, code. Okay. So this is the some things you could apply later, but not now. The default is better than that. Appearance you could see here. Our studio theme, we are using modern. Okay, we have the classic also. Okay, so if I apply the classic, so you will see this is my classic. So the font hand will change. So I again come to global and I go to the X-Means and I use the modern. And here also we have the editor theme. So if I use the, you see here the black background in this way, Cause we have, Chrome we have, clouds we have, clouds midnight we have, cobalt, whatever you want color. There is a dark blue color, crimson, dawn, Dracula is there, Dreamweaver theme is there. So you could choose any one of the theme, whatever you want. Okay, there are various themes. So, but I like the white background, so I'm using the white one normal. Okay, it's your choice. If you want the black one, you could use some black and whatever. You could choose the font also. The font generally default font is Liquido Console, and it is okay. It's a good font. I prefer this, and the zoom is here 110%. So I am writing 100%. So it will be little bit. So we could increase the zoom from outside also. The font size I increase up to 12. I am taking here now. Okay. So I apply this, and you see it is my. Okay. Any doubt now? Ganesh, you are not getting fourth script window. Okay. So you see here on the last, and you click here the script. Control Shift N you could also use for that. And when you click it, you will get a blank script here. Okay. Shivani, now you understand how to increase the font size from the tools menu. Okay. Second thing, I will explain you about how to create a project. Okay. You look at here on the right side, what is there in your window? It is the no project, I think, like that, something written on that. What is written there? Can you write on the chat board? Someone? Here I am getting here R fundamentals. What you are getting there? What is written there? Yeah. Project none. Correct. Okay. It's okay.
Project none. Yeah.
So I will first explain you how to create a project in R, because you will do some simultaneous work on the different project that's at the same moment you are doing on this research on the different context. So we have to keep all the folders, all the files, all the material in the same folder, or there's that folder is basically called the project, okay, in which you are putting it. So how to create a new project, I will explain you first. You go to the new project, click here, it will take little time. We will get new directory and existing directory. Version control is not compulsory. We don't have any use of this. These two we have used. New directory means you don't have any folder up to now for that project. You have to create a folder also. Is it clear? If you have existing folder somewhere in which you want to create your project, so then you will write the existing folder. I will give the demo for both. First we don't have any folder, so I click new directory, and the new directory won't go here, only the first one, new project. Then I will give the directory name. I am giving the directory name here, Cypher 15. Okay, and I'm creating this directory on desktop. Wherever you want, you could browse it and you could create that directory. Okay, so I'm creating on the desktop, so I could show you that, and I create project. Okay, so you see it will be changed now. It will open here, that project. It is the Cypher 15 now. Got it? And there is no other file than Cypher 15. Our project is a file. It is nothing, but it will be there. I will tell you Isita again. Okay. So if I show you my desktop, then this desktop, you see there is one project, one folder, Cypher 15. It should be here. It is here, Cypher 15. So if you see, there is Cypher 15. It is a project file. In this folder, we could keep all the files related to our script, whatever the PDF, whatever the file you keep in this folder related to that project, data sets, everything. What happens when you open this project? So you will get all the files there in R. Here, the files menu is here, so you will get all the files. And don't delete any file from here. If you delete the file from here, it will be deleted from your computer. Is it clear? Again, I show you Isita. Just go new project, new directory. If you have to make new project, and write the directory name, whatever you want. And where you want to create it, browse it. You could mention the folder where in which the C drive or D drive, whatever you want, take it there, and then create project. It will be created. Okay, is it clear now? Okay, is it clear? Now, second thing, I am creating a project. Suppose I will show you that in the desktop. I remove this project. Project file, if I remove, it won't be a project of R. The other material would be there in the folder, whatever you have kept, it would be there. If I just removing this R project file, what is the hexagonal? Here is the logo of this hexagonal, not the round, the hexagonal. So it is the R project is written there. Type is R project. So it is just. So if I delete this, it is no longer the project of R. There is little bit difference, Tanvir, because the new latest version has some updates are there. Okay. So there is no. So if I open the project, I will not get that project on my desktop. If I click here, there is no project. So I will not get here anything. I could not open this project because it is not now a project of R. So what I do, I have a folder there, Cypher 15. Okay. So I want to create. First, I want because I have deleted it, but I have not removed from here. So I convert to some shifts to some other project, then I will show you first. Okay. Now you see, if I try to open this Cypher project, which previously has been opened, so it will write that our project does not exist because I have removed that project file from there. Okay. Now I am creating new project and creating new project with the existing directory. I have the folder. where I want to create my project. So you see, it will not give me the project name, anything. It will just give me the browse here. I will browse here and I will go to the desktop, or I have that folder, Cypher 15. Okay, so it will get here the name and I will open it and create. Now it will take little time. You see, is the Cypher 15. If I show you that folder again, desktop. So now you see it is here. Okay, it is the history file is also our history. Okay, is it clear? Now you see how to open a project. Now we have seen how to create a project. Now how to open a project. One way to open a project is from the open project. And you could select the project wherever your project, you could select it. I have these all are my projects from demo to this. R fundamentals we are. So here is R fundamentals. I will click, I will get here. Now I click here, I will get the R fundamentals project. And it will take a little time. And it is now open, and I will show you that these files are all the files in that project I have. Okay, so this I have got that project. In this way I could open the project. One more way to open the project. So I close this R and I go to that project file. R is not open now. Okay, I just click on this project file, double click. I will open with the same project where you have clicked it. So this is another way to open a project. You could go to the folder, go to the project file and click on the project file and it will be open. Got it? Any doubt up to here? How to create a project, how to open a project. Okay. So let's we start our fundamentals, and I'm switching to our fundamentals project. You just go to the folder where you have created the folder, and there's hexagonal logo would be there of the R project file. Double click on that. It will open in R automatically. Okay, that is the Aspharia. So these are the few things in the environment. So I want to remove this. So I will use this brush, and it is now empty. Environment is empty. There is nothing in my environment. This is my console. Console will show me the R version. I have 4.0.2, which is the latest version. It has been launched on. If you open more than one project, it may crash sometime in the R. Okay, if you use different windows in R for open one window, and then it crashes sometime. Okay. You could, if you require the file of that project, you could upload that file here. You could take the file here also in this project if you require some of the files from that project. Okay, so I will explain you that. So it is launched on 22/6/2020, or the name of this taking off again. So it has been given us, and I want to remove these all from this console also. So you will note it down, Control L. Control L. So it will remove the contents from console. Control L will remove the contents from console. Got it? whenever you write in a script, it will be saved in a real time. And if I just write anything in console, first I show you in console. If I assign x, the value I assign x to 5, and I enter it. So it is, you see it is in the environment now. The x is in my environment. If I ask about what is x, if I just write x and I enter, I will get 5. X is 5 here. So if I turn off or close this R, I won't get the next time these all things. But if I write here, yes, you could upgrade it. You download that and install it. It will be take that place. Automatically, it will update it. Okay. You just download 4.0.2 and install it. It will take the place of 3.5.2 automatically. And you don't have to do anything. So I just remove this first. Now in my environment, there is nothing. And I writing here x is equal to 5. And if I just enter, nothing is happening. I just remove these also from my console. So if I enter it, it is nothing happening. What I have to do, I have to put a cursor or I have to select this and I have to run it. So x is equal to 5. It is now in environment. The same syntax what I have written here is now printed on console. If I write what is x again, so x, and either I have to run this or one short key you write, note it down, control enter, control enter, put your cursor somewhere on same line, so same syntax line, and then control enter. So you will get here x is equal to 5. What it? There is a short key you could use. Y is equal to 7 I am writing. And I am again control enter. So it has been printed on console. If I ask what is y, so it will tell me it is 7. It is in now global environment. Okay. If I want to remove this all from the global environment, Ankita, you click here on the left and there is a R script. Got it? Click here. You will get the script window. Okay. Now I want to do some operation x plus y. No? So if I control enter, you see in the console I am getting 12. Okay. Got it? It is 12. If I write x minus y either in the console or in the, whenever you write in the script, it will be saved. Okay, I will show you how it's saved. You see, I have not given any name to this Untitled 2. I have given any name? No. Okay. Suppose my computer shut down automatically. I don't say I am taking it. I am not saving anything. Okay. Whenever your system will automatically shut off, it will don't ask about you about whether it is to be saved or not. Now what I am doing, I am opening this from here. R is now closed, so I am opening R from, I have to use that R project. So I will open R again. R, I will open through that. So you will see the script is there, same. It is as I leave it. I will tell you, Javanjit, I will tell you where do we calculate the things. Here in the script, we write the formula and we run it. It will be calculated, or some mean and everything. We have the functions. We don't have to calculations here mostly. If we require some other formula, some other calculation, then we could calculate here. Otherwise, the things are already there, ready to use. Fast food is there. Okay. So where we have left this script, we have started the same. Save and don't save. Right question, Ankita. Don't save. Suppose this was came again. Na? Last time I have erased it through this brush. Okay. So because it is saved in a previous time, somewhere I have saved it. So it is whenever I deny. So previous saved, this thing always comes. So this time what I do, I erase it and I close it. It asks me to save. So I say save. Okay. You see what happens. Again, I open R. Is there anything in environment now? Nothing. So Ankita, save means whatever you want to save in the global environment. Sometimes you have worked so much and you have run so much script, and next day you don't want to use again want to run the whole script up to that place. So you will write on the save. You will say yes to save. So next day you don't have to run that much script. Understand? You could work further. You know, where from you want to start. No, you don't have to run the whole script again up to where you have worked yesterday. Second thing, but you have to run the library you have used again. You have to run the library whenever you start the R. You have to run the library, whatever you have used there. Okay, that you have to run. So what we do, we generally write all the library first, whatever we are using. So you just have to select those libraries and run that. And the other script you don't have to run. Understand? Then wherever from where you want to start, you suppose you have the 2000 line codes are there. So after 2001, you could write the code, you could use it. You don't have to run the up to 2000 lines code again. So that is for save. That is not for save in your script. Script will save real time. There is no need to write anything about to save. It will save automatically. If you want to give some name to this, untitled 2. So you could give the name, put the cursor somewhere in the list or somewhere in the script and Control S. So you will get it. So our fundamental is the file where this project file. So I am writing here today's date I put there. It is the 12.8.20. Okay. I save it. Okay. So you will say I have some file 12.8.20. If I close it from here and I click here, it will open here automatically. What? How to open this .r extension is for R script file. Okay. So whenever you have to open this file, you click on this and it will be open here. You could open so many files here together, R script files. Got it? So we are using this. Now we see how to create the variables. Just a moment. Okay, sorry for interruption. Okay, Ganesh, if you don't want some line, if you want to delete it, or if you want, sometimes we may require this, but this time we don't want to run this whenever you use the script. So we have two things. First, I will tell you how to write the comment in the script. Comment which does not go in the global environment if you run it. So you have to use the hash sign, and you could write the thing in the comment. Okay. What is happening here? Just a moment. I think something is wrong with this. The text file it is now. So I will convert them in R script. Okay. You see, sometimes our file has been here should be R script if you are writing. There are some other file formats are there, R Markdown, R HTML text file. So whenever you get some doubt, then you look at here and select the R script. Okay. Now I write it. The comment. Whenever you use the comment, put the hash sign, or it will give the green color. Okay. I am writing something. And if I run this, so I am not getting here anything. Again, I run this after selecting. So I just print the comment. It will not take anything in the environment. Okay. If I write something like A and run this, it will give me some error. Object A is not found. So if I put the comment, then it will not give me any error. It will not give me any error. It will not even show that hash A. If I select hash A, then I run, I will get here. Otherwise, it will not take any privilege, preference to this comment. So you could write the comments as you see here in my list, this script. I have written these are comments and the hash I have used here. So this script I will share with you. First, we see the data types in R. R, there is very, very simple data types we have to study. The vector is there, list is there, matrix, array, and data frame. These 5 data types are there, okay, on which we have to work. Okay, so first we see the vector. As I have written x is equal to 5 and y is equal to 7, again I assign. And I run, so it is 12, okay. So I remove this first. And I remove this here from 2. And remove this 2. I run x is equal to 5. Now I ask about the class of 5. And what is it? So first I ask, is it vector or not? So I have a function is dot vector for asking. We will get the response in true and false. Is dot vector x. So I remove these all, Control L, and I run this. So you'll see it is true. It is a vector. Okay. Now I want to know the class of this vector. Sorry, class of x, not 5. And you will see it is a numeric class. In the vector, we have the numeric, character, logical, raw, and complex classes are there. Integer is also there. Double is also there. So these are the classes of vector. The type is vector. Data type is vector. Class is numeric. Okay. I am again writing another, and I run this. I ask about the class for this. So for y, so I will get the same class numeric. If we have the vectors having the numeric class or the double class or the integer class, then you could only perform the arithmetical operation between them, among them. Otherwise, you could not perform the arithmetical operation. Suppose if I write x equal to RAM, and I run this, so I will get here RAM. Whenever you write any letter in the codes, it is a class would be different. If I ask about the class of this X. So I will get the character class now. It is a character. It is not a number. Suppose if I, instead of from, if I write some number in double quotes or a single quotes. Suppose I am writing it in a quotes. If I run this and I ask about the class, it is a character class. Even if you write any number between quotes, single or double, whatever quotes you require, you could use there. Jobanjit, 4 windows you have, I think, aware about the 3 windows. First window is for the script. Second window is for the result, what you are getting in the console. I'm not talking about the terminal and jobs because it is not important now. Okay. And here the third window you see on the upper side is the environment in the history. History, whatever I have done, it will show me the history of sometimes by mistake you have click here, it asking about the save, you click on the no, then where you will get your code, so you will get through the history. And there is a connections, I will explain you later. The tutorials of the R you will get from here. Whatever the problems you get, you could see the tutorials are here. It is the new addition here. It was not prior and take moment. Now it introduced. So these are here the files and the plots, whatever I draw here, I will command here for the figure, histogram, bar plot, I will get here. Packages I have to install. I could install the packages from here, update the packages from here, see the packages, whatever I have. If I want some help, I could use this menu. And the viewer is for the interactive graphs. Okay. These are the plots are the static and the viewer is a interactive graphs, the dynamic graphs. So these all have we. Is it okay now? No, there is no need to leave the line. Shivani, there is no need to leave the line, but I am leaving because it looks nice. You could easily understand it is not his charge. So I am leaving. There is no need to leave the line. Not compulsory, but I am leaving it. It looks nice. What we are showing, if I write here and I run, I could run both together, no problem. I will get. Your console is not giving result. So can you copy paste the command what you have written the syntax there? Copy paste it in the chat box. Control enter you had. Control enter. Shivam, you have to control enter. Okay. Is it clear now? Or you could use this button also, no? It is for run. Put the cursor there and you run it. 2 options we have. Now, you have seen that if we write something in the quotes, it is a character. And we could not perform mathematical arithmetical operation with character class type. Okay. I will show you why assign x is greater than 7. Okay. And I give some name to this. I give f to this. And I run this. I ask about the class. Sorry. Class f. It is a logical class. If the greater than is smaller than, greater than equal to, is smaller than equal to are all logical class. It is always in a true and false. You will get the response in true and false. If I ask f and I run this, so I will get true. X is greater than 7 because we have assigned the x value. What we have assigned? We have assigned x some value. No. X is 8, but it is not a it is a character class. Why it is giving this me? X is not a number, it is a character. So it should not give me this response. Okay. X value. X is greater than 7. Or if I write here X, so just a moment, give me a little bit time. I will explain you one more thing. I again apply this, X is equal to 5. And X is greater than 7 if I ask. And if I see the F, so it is false now. X is not greater than 7. X is not greater than 7 because X is 5. So it is giving me false. Okay. If I write here 15 and I run this, then I ask, you see F is true on the environment, or if you ask in the console, so you will get that is true. Okay. So this is the logical, and we have seen how to create the vector. It is the single element vector basically, one element were there. But each vector is treated as a column in a data frame. Data frame is what? The Excel sheet. Excel sheet is a type of data frame where the columns and rows are there. So whenever you have a vector, it is like a column. So in the column, yeah, you see there are so many observations. So we have to keep so many elements in a vector. So how we create such type of vector? So I am assigning X, one more assignment sign I am going to show you. That is the smaller than this. Alt minus, you have to use the short key Alt minus. Alt key and minus together, Alt minus. You will get this sign. This is also for assignment. Equal is also for assignment. Okay, so this is the good practice. Use this. X is smaller than minus. Okay, Alt minus if you use, you will get this sign. And a small c you have to use, not the capital one. A small c, then bracket. Then you write the numbers. And I run this. You will see now X is, these are the indexing 1 to 5. 5 numbers is there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The numbers are 2, 5, 4, 8, 7. Okay. So you see it is the, if I ask the what is X, it is a case sensitive language. So if I ask capital X, it will deny. Object X is not found. Got it? So it is a case sensitive. So very sincere about that. And why I am putting C. Okay. And I run this. It is also 5 elements. Now you're performing some operation here, X plus Y. So look at this. We are getting 6, 11, 5, 8, 11. So how we are getting 2 plus 4, 6. Okay. And 5 plus 6, 11. And 4 plus 1, 5. 8 plus 0, 8. And 7 plus 4, 11. Got it? Correspondingly, it will add. Is it clear? Suppose I put one more variable here. That is for assignment sign. Less than equal to name, less than minus. Alt minus you have to use. That is the for assignment. Instead of equal, you could use this sign. It is the best practice in R. Okay. Equal is also for assignment. But mostly the good practice is this sign. If you use it, would be better. So you see in this way, I have run this. So there is no 6 elements. And there is only 5 elements. If I perform this addition, see what happens. So it will give me some warning message. X plus Y, longer object length is not a multiple of shorter object length. So if I Run this. Now there is a 10 elements, which is the multiple of this object. Sorter object length is 5 and 10 is the multiple of 5 length. So if I perform this, x plus y, see what happens. Now it is giving me the, what it is doing. First it is adding first 5 and then it is again adding next 5. It switched to this from here to here in the 7 plus 4, then 11, then 2 plus 6 is 8. Okay, in this way it is doing. Okay, so it should be the multiple of the sorter object. If you would like to write what I want to say, something character multiple element vector. So the same process we will use, but we put in quotes, the single quotes or the either double quotes. You could use any one. Suppose we are writing Ram Krishna Mahesh, etc. Whatever you want. You get in this way, and it is the our character vector. But we could not add the character vector. Okay, there are some other functions. I will tell you later what we could perform with a character and a numerical vector, what we can do with that, and what we could do with the two character vectors, what sort of operations we could perform there. So I will tell you later. This is all about the vector. Now we want to access some element from the vector. You know this, the length of this vector is 10. And I want to access this 7. So it is the 1, 2, indexing starts from 1 here in R. But in the other programming language, it starts with 0. Okay, so indexing starts with 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements. So I want to know what is there in sixth element in my vector X. So I will, in the square bracket, I have to write the position always. So in the square bracket, after X, I am writing 6 and I will see it is NA. Why it is NA? Because I have given the other name. I have to run this first, sorry. Then I will get here in the environment, it was other thing. It was Ram, Krishna and Mahesh. So it was not giving me this. It was telling me it is NA because there is no sixth element. Now I will get the value of that. You see, it is the 7. Now instead of 7, I want to substitute 12. So what I will do? Alt minus 12. And I run this. And again, I want to see this X. You see, there is 12 instead of 7. Now it is 12. You look at here also in the environment, or you look at on the console also. It is 12 now. Got it? So in this way, we could edit the vector. Here also, if you want to write instead of Krishna, Vishnu, or whatever you want to write, you could change it in this way, but write in a quote, single or double quotes, whatever. Okay. One more thing. You know that this is our Y, and you know that it is this, if we see, if I print this Y, and you see it is the 46104. Suppose this 4 I am converting in quotes, writing in quotes, single quotes or the double quotes, whatever. Now only one element I have given quotes, and I run this. And I again see what is Y. So what is the difference between both output value of Y? Can you see the value difference in Y? Yeah. What is the difference between both? Can someone tell me? No, it is character now, because if you put one value in quotes in a numeric vector, the whole vector will converts in character form. And it is now not non-numeric. If I use this, I remove these 5 elements, and there is only 5 elements here and 5 is here. And if I want to perform that, what x plus y, see what happens. It will give me non-numeric argument to binary operator. Because this is not numeric. Now it is character. If you put one character value, it will, the whole vector would be character now. Now what we will do? We could convert this in again in a numeric form. Okay, how do we convert this? Y is our character now. So y as dot numeric. If there is numbers are there in the quotes or whatever. If there are letters, then we could not convert in numeric. Okay, if there is number, so we could convert them in numeric. So y is dot numeric y. I run this, and now I will show you this y. Now it is numeric. Now I could perform this operation. So I could perform this operation. Got it? You have seen how we could create a vector, single vector, how we could create a multiple vector of character class and the numeric class. Okay. Suppose we have two, x and y. X is this much. I am talking about x only. And I want to know, I am running one vector which is z, and z is bought, x is greater than 4. I run this. And then I see the response on a console. You see false, true, false, true, false. Because whenever you use this conditional operator, greater than, smaller than, greater than, equal to, smaller than, equal to, equal to. Then the 4 x here, the 2, we are asking x is greater than 4, so 2 is not greater than 4, so it is false. 5 is greater than 4, it is true. 4 is not greater than 4, so it is false. So similarly, it has given us the response in true, false, true, false. Got it? For individuals also. So this was our logical. We have seen how to access the item. We could perform some other operations also, x plus y similarly. You could perform x minus y, whatever operation you could perform here. X minus y, x into y, into y, and x divided by y. Okay, x divided by y. You watch here. There are so many values which are after decimal places. There are too many digits. So if you want to control these digits, so you have a round function. Round off. We say the round off. So round function we will use, and the comma we write the after decimal place how many digits you require. We require only 2 digits. If I run this, I am getting only 2 digits after that. Okay. And x to the power 2 I have to write. X square means whatever the x you have, you get the square of 2 is 4, square of 5 is 25, 4 is 16, 8 is 64, 7 is 49. Look at here. We have got the square of r. And you could also do one thing. If I assign x is equal to 7 and y is equal to 5, and I do one thing, x percent y, it gives us the remainder. If we divide the x by 5, 7 by 5, we get the remainder 2, so it will give the 2. And we will see if the data is huge. I will explain you everything later. You put there, Ankita, you have not used small c before that bracket. After equal, you have to write small c. It is the combine vector, basically. If there is more than one element, then you have to use the combine vector, c, small c, not the capital C. Okay? Inf is the other, and the 1.75 is the other value. Infinite is the infinite. The something is divided by 0. We see in the x and y. So y is 0 here. So the if you add divided by 0, you will get the infinite. So that is infinite. Okay. 1.7 is another term. That is the next value. 7 divided by 4, we will get 1.75. Okay. So I think it is okay for today, and tomorrow we'll see detail the list and the other data types and the some operations, more operations for the strings and the other are basic operations. Sorry, I just stopped this. Sorry. Mukesh, are you there?
Yeah.
Sir. Yes.
I'm here, sir. So
Yeah.
we are done for today.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. So participants, I kindly request those who have not yet paid for the study material or certificate, you can do it by Friday max, because Friday will be the last day of the application of certificate. Saturday is the last day of the program. So till Friday you can pay, and as soon as you will be pay, you will be start getting the study material link. Study material link, which will be have day wise all the study material, video recording of the session. Let's say that today you have learned the coding, so you will be get all the syntax and how these things working. So all these things you will be getting that in study material. So those who want to take that benefit can do it till Friday max to max. So by Friday you have to do that so that you can get the certificate by Saturday. Thank you very much. Let's meet again 7:15. Those who are doing the R advance and those who are doing the regular course can meet tomorrow 5 o'clock. Thank you very much once again, everybody. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.
Thanks everyone, and happy Janmashtami, Krishna Janmashtami, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Same to you. All of you have a
Okay.
nice evening.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.